Good evening, good evening, good evening, YouTube. How are you guys doing tonight? I hope that you are doing fantastic. I have a little bit of a different setup this evening because I am I'm trying to make sure I've got a better feed here, so I'm hardwired in tonight. We're gonna see if the judging works out better when I'm hardwired in and we don't get so much buffering and that sort of stuff. But it is really difficult to say for sure. We'll see what happens. Is everybody hearing me all right? That is one of the biggest questions I have going on here right now. Is everybody hearing me all right? I hope you guys are. It wouldn't be right if I didn't start out by saying thank you very much, the Chicago Bears. You guys have made my day. You guys have made my day. And of course, the Philadelphia Eagles have made it very difficult on the Chicago Bears because if you didn't watch the game, Nick Foles went down near the end of the game. So the Chicago Bears don't even know what quarterback they're going to be preparing for next week, because it could be Wentz, could be Foles, could be Sudfeld. So we've really put the Chicago Bears in an unfortunate position. So I'm sorry to you guys, but it is what it is. It is what it is. So we're going to get right into it tonight. I'm really excited. If you do not know, it is the B-Roll Smackdown Finals judging. We have Chandra Pivo, Jay Littman, and Michael T. Panetta here with us this evening to judge. They have also averaged up, or Michael T. Panetta did for me, averaged up the scores that you guys put in the comments below so that you guys had an opportunity to have your voice heard. I've got Monica in a room right over there, right behind me. She is going to be putting these scores into the nifty little spreadsheet that you see right here. So if you guys are ready, I can tell you this. I'm pretty ready. That's how I roll. Says they are watching, so they're ready to go. Oh man, this is going to be awesome. This is going to be awesome. So I didn't actually set any of this up in alphabetical order, so we're just going to go by the order that it was left in last week, and that means we're going to start out with TopicRuben. So I'm going to show you right now TopicRuben's video, and let's get right to this, guys. Here is TopicRuben's final submission. Alrighty, there we go. That is TopicRuben's final entry. Wow. You know what? The 3 entries went all out in this particular finals. I'm really excited about this one. Let's go to Chandra for the judging for this particular finals entry. Take it away, Chandra.
Okay, so for
So we've got a 10, a 7. honey. 8. Very, very nicely done, Chandra. Thank you so much. Jay, let's go ahead and jump right into your judge for the TopicRuben final video.
Alrighty, I got lots of notes here. I actually took notes ahead of time this time, guys. It was very Christmassy, very Christmas-esque. Cinematography, I gave it an 8 out of 10. I really like the whole going through the box thing. It was a little shaky zooming into that box, but the idea, I really love the idea of that, and the fact that you did that, especially coupled with coming back out of the box at the end of the video. That was really cool. Good use of the snow. I agree with Chandra. It should have faded out a little bit more. When you pan down the tree, that pan seemed a little, I guess, out of control, is what Chandra said, and I agree. It seemed a little bit too fast, a little bit too shaky, and it was the second or third time you did it. It seemed like it was so close that it was out of focus. I would have maybe dialed that back a little bit, made sure you were in focus, made sure that image was a little bit sharper. Some of the footage was shaky, and
Hey, you guys, nobody's hearing us.
Yeah, I just noticed that in the chat. Go ahead and talk, and let's see what audio view.
Can we hear me now?
All right.
Oh, that's weird. I got like.
Go ahead and give it a shot and see if they can hear you.
Hello,
Okay.
can anybody hear me? Jay?
Yeah.
Yeah. I hear you fine.
Can you guys hear me?
They say they can barely hear Jay.
That's weird. One moment. One second.
Happy Trails Hagman says it's like the sound is coming through Michael's microphone.
Interesting.
That's weird. Everything's good on my end. What about now?
Can't barely hear any of them.
Huh.
Can you guys hear me?
But we all hear each other on Skype just fine, so.
Yeah.
That's how.
All right, let's give that a shot. Let's go to the chat here and see. We'll go through you guys one by one to see if everybody can hear you. Let's see. All right, why is this picking me up?
Heavy Metal Magnet says super loud white noise is way louder than all of the judges.
Yep. What the heck is going on here?
Yeah, it sounds like a jet engine taking off in the background.
All right.
Something.
Doesn't quite sound like that. It's static. Ooh, but now I can hear myself even back. Hello?
Not yet, it's gone. Where's Michael go?
I think he's grabbing another set of headphones.
All right, so can you guys hear me now?
I can hear you.
I can hear you. Oh, Happy Trails said there. Echo on Jay.
All right, so can you guys hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you just fine.
Okay, so everybody out there, can you guys hear the judges?
Hey guys, can you hear us okay?
Oh,
Michael, you sound good on the chat, but we still have a humming like in the background when we're talking.
That I'm not hearing. Okay, they're hearing everybody now.
It's so weird.
I'm not hearing a hum.
I just turned it on and I can hear it. It's really bad.
Yeah.
Interesting. All right, give me a second here.
Okay, yeah, I just turned it on and heard it too.
All right, so what are we getting now? All right. Go ahead and talk, guys. Let's see what we're getting.
Hello.
Hello. Testing
Hey, guys.
for the world.
Testing.
Let's see here.
Oh, wait a minute, Michael. I think the humming went away in the chat.
It did, and then it came back when
It
you
came
messed
back.
with the microphone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see how that is.
Let's see if that'll go away a little bit. Because when you touched the mic in the chat, it came through. It got real quiet.
Heavy Metal Magnet says it sounds like a laptop fan.
Oh yeah, there's definitely my laptop fan.
But you know what? I bet it's humming through the desk.
Let's see how that works there. This is kind of strange, but this is what happens when you move to another setup. All right, so we're all good. Ask questions, try it, says no better.
Yeah, you can still hear the vibrations from the laptop.
It is so weird because the microphone is nowhere really near the laptop.
Yeah, but if it's vibrating through the camera, through the mic stand, through the...
Yeah, it's not actually touching.
Michael, maybe try muting your microphone when the judges are talking.
Yep, I can do that. Let's see what happens here. So we're gonna go back to Jay's first review of TopicRuben here and see what happens. So go ahead, Jay, and kick it off again. I'm gonna mute myself and we'll see how this goes.
Shot of the tree where it was like so close that it was out of focus. I would have brought that back just a
No.
little bit. No?
Jay, just stop. Yeah, I can't even hear you in the chat.
Yeah, hold on a second.
Is it my volume or is it...
No.
Okay. So the Ravens are in the playoffs. If any... All right, take 3. Third time's a charm. All right. Theme, 10 out of 10. You saw that. Cinematography, 8 out of 10. There was some shaky footage. I really liked the whole going into the box, coming back out of the box. That was really cool. One thing that I forgot to mention the first time was, so your cuts, even though they weren't hard cuts, were still on the beat of the music. And there was this one part where you went from inside the house, and then as the music was building up, you were zooming in towards the Christmas tree outside, and I just really liked that. And then it cut back to inside the house, and I thought that was really cool. But there was some shaky footage. One of those pans in the tree seemed way too fast and out of control and a little bit shaky, and also it was too close to the tree, so it just looked like a big smushy green blob. So But the creativity, like Chandra said, the creativity was there. I really liked the ideas. That I liked how it cut back and forth from outside to inside, and again going into that box and coming back out of the box was awesome. So cinematography was 8. Sound design actually right on par with Chandra, 8 out of 10. I like the music. Yeah, sorry, got distracted. Yeah, so it was good music. It was good for the video. I really liked the use of the ambient noise and the clinking of the glass and all that stuff, but it was a little bit loud. I would have toned that down just a smidge. So 8 out of 10 for sound.
All righty, Michael T. Panetta, let's hear what you have to say about TopicRuben's entry.
All right, thank you, Michael. As far as topic goes, I don't think we can disagree that it was all across the board a 10 for that. Everything Christmassy, the whole 9. As far as cinematography goes, I do agree with Jay and Chandra on this. The intro was cool going into the box and coming back out, but it did seem a little shaky, like maybe like a tripod, with like a slider or something, or a pan down on that would have been a little bit better. And I do agree with the tree pan. It felt like you were using maybe like an 80 or 100 mil lens on that. And it just seemed like you were getting really close, and it was like herky jerky going down. And my thing was, there wasn't really a payoff at the end of that. It was just like, oh, Christmas ball. And it's like, oh, I was kind of expecting something else, but with it being herky jerky and kind of in and out of focus, I didn't know where I was, my eye was supposed to settle on, when I was hitting that. So I ended up giving that a 7. As far as cinematography goes. And sound design, I did like the flow, the change. Sound effects, it seemed like this is going to be like a little bit of a common theme here tonight, but the sound effects were a little loud with the clinging of the cups. Flow is nice. Transitions, with the snow were a little bit funky. Maybe not use it during this video. It was good during the last one, but maybe not towards this one. I liked hearing the people say Merry Christmas with the Santa Clauses on the bikes. I thought that was kind of a cool addition to with the music going on in the background. I thought that was good. So sound design, I give an 8. 8 out of 10 for that one.
Awesome, Michael T. What was the crowd score for this one?
Crowd score for this one, the total was 110. 4 people voted. It came out to be a total of 27 for that.
What was your sound design again, Michael T? I'm sorry.
Mine was an 8. Yep.
Alrighty, that's awesome. We're going to jump right into Happy Trails hiking video right now while Monica tabulates everything and gets it into the final score. So let's do that. This is Happy Trails hiking's final video. Well, for some reason, it doesn't look like Kay's video wants to play. It is what it is. I had the same problem with Kay's video last week. It running right off the laptop, so I'm going to have to make sure that next time Kay enters, I re-render the video before I play it on the live broadcast. It is what it is. But you guys have all seen it. I know you have. So we're going to jump right into it with Chandra. Chandra, go ahead and let us know what you thought about Kay's entry.
Uh-oh, Chandra, we lost
She's
her.
muted.
She's telling her sound designer to unmute her.
Better. Sorry.
Better.
All right. For Happy
Your sound
Trails
designer's falling asleep on his job over there.
hiking, right? For the theme, I gave her a 10. It was very Christmassy. The For the cinematography, I was a little bit more harsh with this one. I gave her a 5. It was a little way too shaky for the types of close-ups and movements of the camera. The transitions were abrupt and didn't flow with the story. I liked the idea of the fun little story that she was having to go, where she was going with it, but it just didn't flow. The music, I also gave her a 5 for the music. It wasn't Christmas music, it was more of a New Year's, and it didn't flow with the theme. The record scratch was a clever thought, but the transition kind of threw it off. So those were my numbers.
Thank you, Chandra. We're going to go ahead and hop right into Jay. Let's hear what you have to say, Jay.
Looks like Chandra and I are on the same page tonight, actually. 10 out of 10 for theme. It was right on point. It was a Christmas video. 5 out of 10 for cinematography. The footage was shaky. I did like the story. It's more the technical stuff that I'm taking marks off for. I like the fact that you used the special effects. I thought that showed a lot of creativity, so points for that. But those, and I mentioned this last week too, those fancy transitions, the ones that that's the only way I know how to say it, but the ones that don't seem natural, they just always seem so out of place to me. My headphones are coming out. What else? There was something else. So you had some blending transitions and some hard transitions, some hard cuts between scenes. And when you do the hard cuts between scenes, they really should be to the music. The blending transitions maybe not so much, but those hard cuts really should be. And then the last thing, there was one sort of a transition where you zoomed in. I can't remember what you were zooming into and what you were pulling out of, but it was a little bit when you went in, you held it too long before cutting to the pull out. I think it was, I just can't remember. I think you were like zooming into the star on the tree and then pulling back out. I wish the video would have played so I could have remembered. But and then for sound, I'm giving a 6 out of 10 actually. So the fact that you did use sound effects was really cool. A lot of people paid attention to that and used some additional sound, so that was really cool. The ambient noise was good, but it was a New Year's song on a Christmas video, which threw me off a little bit, and the audio levels were very, very off. Like when that explosion happened, I literally jumped. I literally jumped. So I would have toned down the levels on the ambient noise and the sound effects and made the music a little bit more prominent. So, and what Chandra said about matching the sound effect to the transition. If you were going to use the record scratch, maybe use more of like a rewind effect. Might have worked a little bit, I think. Or something where it just speeds up really fast and gets weird before it goes to the next one. But I would have used a whoosh. I would have used a whoosh for that transition. And yeah, so that's all I got. Five out of 10. 6 out of 10.
Alrighty, thank you, Jay. Thank you a bunch. Let's go ahead and move on to Michael T. Panetta for his scoring on Happy Trails Hiking video. Go ahead and get to it, Michael T.
Yeah, I definitely like the idea of the video with the panning of the presents and then the the change to the unwrapped and stuff like that. I gave that a 10 out of 10 for the topic. Cinematography, yeah, definitely feels like it was rushed a little bit. The pans were abrupt with the star. I didn't quite know where it was going. I watched it a few times to try to figure out if we were going to get something lined up with the music or something lined up with the story. And I wasn't quite sure what exactly, where it was going with that. It was rough. The noise in the video, I don't know, as far as and I guess we kind of equate this to the sound design, so I'll keep it to that. For cinematography, I gave her a 6 out of 10 for that score. The sound effects, I know Jay and I talked about, hey, it would have been cool if you had some sound effects. I thought, again, just like Jay said, they were loud. Maybe the music should have stopped when you did the record scratch from the presents going from wrapped to unwrapped. It just seemed like it was put on top of the music, and again, being too loud. So bringing that down, and kind of like not scaring your audience when you're watching it. So when I'm doing sound effects, I always put in with, if it's during a song or if I'm playing a song in the background when I do it, I will definitely usually cut the music and then, do the sound effect. And then I will put that sound effect in and make sure that, I listen to it. And then even with music on it, I'll listen to it. I know you see this one. I will listen to it with the music on it and go, okay, I want this definitely lower than the music. So I know that it's going to kind of not, again, blow your ears out. Odd song too. I agree with them. That's the first thing I wrote. It's a New Year's song. So scoring for the sound design, I gave a 6 out of 10.
Thank you, Michael T. And what was the crowd judge score for this one?
Crowd judge for Happy Trails was 23 was the total. Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Very, very nice. Thank you so much. That was fantastic. And thank you, Happy Trails and TopicRuben so far. Now, for those of you who do not know, Skinny G Panda did make it to the finals, but she was not able to find the time over the busy holiday season to put in a video. So the person that finished 4th, that's how I roll. I went to them, asked them if they wanted to submit a video, and they happily agreed to do so. So that's how I roll. Did put in a video for us, and that's what we're going to watch right now. So here we go. So there we go. That's how I roll's entry, and we are going to jump right to Chandra to see what she thought and how she judged That's How I Roll for this particular entry. Take it away, Chandra.
Okay. Thank you, Michael. That's How I Roll. The topic was on point again with Christmas Holiday Parade. Can't get any more Christmassier than that. Cinematography, I gave an 8. It was cute panning shots of the talent hopping away. With acceptable shaky camera footage, I mean, it wasn't that shaky, but it was still just a little bit there, but it was more acceptable. Shots of the float were surprisingly smooth and still for not being on a tripod. So I was impressed with how that was a little bit more stable. Transitions were smooth and kept me in the moment. So that was an 8. Sound, I also gave an 8. Would have been nice to have had a piece of music that maybe added some audience reaction sounds, or the Santa saying ho 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 slightly in the background, something that brought you into the mood. But what I did like about it was that how the the noise was one track. He didn't, the transitions didn't break away from what was going on. So I could tell that was really well done. So I give that an 8. That's it.
Nice.
Very nice, Chandra. Thank you so much. Go ahead and hop right to it, Jay.
All right, so same thing, 10 out of 10 for the theme. It was very Christmassy. And cinematography, I gave a 7 out of 10. It was very stable for not being on a tripod, and that was really cool. And I did like how the transitions kind of flowed with everything, and that was awesome. The only thing, it seemed like there was one shot of Santa when he was holding his belly and laughing, and it was in slow motion. It seemed a little bit choppy, not shaky, like the camera was still, but the footage itself was choppy. In order to prevent that, depending on what editing software you use, when you slow things down, you can change it to optical flow, and that will actually create a frame in between frames to help keep it smooth. And that helps a lot. But overall, I thought it was pretty good. It just seemed, yeah, like I said, the Santa slow-mo was choppy. There was a little bit of shakiness. It was more acceptable, especially for not being on a tripod. And I like the fade transitions and the fact that it told a story. That was really cool. For sound, I gave a 9 out of 10. I really liked the use of ambient noise. And I don't know if this was on purpose or if it just worked out this way, but we were actually talking about this before. But the mix between the ambient noise and the music made it seem like that was the music that was being played at the parade, which like was really, really cool. I don't know how you pulled that off, but good job. The Santa laugh threw me for a loop when Santa laughed, and it sounded like all high pitched and maniacal. I don't know if anybody else caught that, but it kind of it was pretty cool. Yeah, that's it. So 9 out of 10 for sound.
Awesome, Jay. Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate it. And we are going to roll right into Michael T. Panetta's judging of That's How I Roll. So take it away, Michael.
All right. Well, first and foremost, I got to kind of put this out there for those who may not know. That's How I Roll came in last minute. Unfortunately, with Skinny G, she wasn't able to submit. So these guys kind of had to put something together pretty fast. So, you know, whatever footage you had, obviously lots of Christmas stuff. But I got to give it a 10 out of 10 for Topic. You know, it's Christmas. You got Santa. I don't think you can really go any wrong with that. I was a little more harsh on the cinematography. I did go 7 out of 10 on that. The one thing that I really did like, of course, was the live shots. Great low light in that. I know there was light from the parade and everything, but the blacks were black. And I thought that turned out really well. I don't know if you were using a cell phone for that footage or you're using a camera. But, you know, not a lot of times you sacrifice getting the shot and keeping your characters lit up, and you get spottiness in the background. So I thought that turned out really well. You know, the transitions just kind of going. It was just, you just had footage from outside I didn't think were matching with the music and everything like that. So that's why I gave this 7 cinematography. On design, I was a little more put off by the outside music. I thought it was a little bit too much. Like, you could hear people, and it kind of like distracted me a little bit. Some people laughing and making noises. I said to these guys, we were talking while it was being played, I wasn't sure if it was the live music or it was being added and you were just leaving the feed of the crowd going around you. So I kind of thought that was cool. But I maybe, if people were making noises like that during the show, I may have drowned that down a little bit. And, you know, like Chandra and Jay said, maybe add a little bit of the ho-ho-ho in there, you know, make it seem like that's what it was. But I just felt like it was a little bit too lively from that. So I ended up giving him a 7 out of 10 for sound design.
Thank you, Michael T. And what did we get from the crowd judging for That's How I Roll?
Crowd judging for them was a total of 24 out of 30. Mm-hmm.
Alrighty, so as Monica calculates the total scores of all of our competitors, I just want to say thank you everyone who came by tonight to hang out with us. I realize we did have a couple of bizarre issues with some very strange technical issues. I was trying to move to a location where I have a hardwire to see if it would correct some of the other problems that we were having, but unfortunately it seemed to actually make it worse, so we had all kinds of audio issues. So I apologize for that, but hopefully everybody got what they wanted out of this and you got to hear what the judges had to say, and it does look like we have a final tally. So we have TopicRuben with 103 points. That's how I roll with 100 points. And Happy Trails Hiking with 86 points. All of you guys put in 3 incredible entries for this month's B-Roll Smackdown. Congratulations, TopicRuben, for being the champion of the B-Roll Smackdown for the month of December. You did a fantastic job. Fantastic job. I want to make sure that I thank Chandra, Jay Lippman, and Michael T. Panetta for participating in this first time ever live judging thing. Now we've done this 3 or 4 times. We still got some bugs. We're gonna work it out. It's gonna get better over time, but you know, sometimes this sort of stuff, this technical type of stuff, can be a little bit challenging, so we're gonna keep working on it to make it better. But hopefully, guys, the whole key to the B-Roll Smackdown is fun, and that's what's important, getting folks out there to be creative, have a good time, have fun with it, and hopefully all the competitors had fun. Hopefully everybody who got to watch it had fun, and I want to thank you guys so much for participating as judges. They have all agreed to come back and judge next month. Next month's theme is going to be automotive, transportation. Basically, that could be bikes or wheelchairs or motorcycles or buses or whatever, or even highways or any kind of vehicular transportation type stuff. I do believe, because it is a live judging thing, and I know my judges are not biased towards anything, I'm actually going to put in an entry next month. So if you decide to compete next month, you're going to get to compete against me and kick my butt. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a lot of fun.
And also, during the chat in the room, I think it was Ask Questions, Try Things, was inquiring about the crowd judging, like how did that come in? And I did comment to him in the chat that, in Michael's B-roll introduction of these 3 finalists, he did talk about voting in that comment section. So be sure to check out his videos when these are announced and are posted live by following him here on this channel. And that way you'll know when these come out, and you can vote in that comment section. And as you see, we had a few people that did comment in the video, and it added some scores to this. It did help the people out. So it may have been a little bit closer without those scores. So it's important. I mean, I've got them right here. So, be sure to check out the actual videos. If we do the crowd judging in the first round next time, I don't know how we're going to do it, but keep in mind, if you watch that video, you see how you can vote if it's in the first round or the second round. That's where you're going to vote. It's not going to be on this live stream.
Right, exactly. And how the voting worked this time is you guys got to vote exactly like the judges do. So scale of 1 to 10 on the 3 categories. We took all of the people that did their judging in the comments, and we averaged that number out, and that's the number that got added to the final score. So it's just like you guys get to be the 4th judge. And it seems to work. I'm hoping we get more people to participate in the next cycle in January. But hey guys, thank you so much for coming by and hanging out with me. If you guys have any questions or anything like that, don't hesitate to leave them in the comments section of this video. Again, I apologize for the technical difficulties that we had. It certainly made it a challenging broadcast this evening. But from all of us, from the judges and myself, we love you guys. I hope you guys have an amazing new year. And I hope you had a great Christmas, because it's too late now if you didn't. You can't go back and redo it. So do me a favor, guys. Go out there and find your adventure. Find your adventure, okay? Have a great day. Have a great day.
Bye, guys.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
And
Happy New Year.
Peace out.
we will see you soon.